In this part, we're going to discuss the concept of aggregate demand. I'd like you to think about the largest shopping mall in your area or in Econoland. Think of all the consumers walking into and out of those stores trying to buy what they want and need. Add to that all that businesses are trying to purchase in terms of plant and equipment and capital goods to produce and provide those goods and services. Add to that all that government purchases in terms of roads, highways, schools, etc. Then add to that all that foreigners are trying to buy. It's a massive concept. Aggregate demand is the summation of consumer spending, which we represent with a C, plus business investment spending, I sub G, which is gross investment spending, plus government spending, plus net exports, X sub N. When graphed in our model, the aggregate demand curve is a downward sloping straight line when it's graphed against our GDP on the horizontal axis and the price level on the vertical axis, such that when the price level changes from PL sub 0, say down to PL sub 1, the amount of demand is moved from R sub 0 increase to R sub 1, a downward sloping relationship or inverse relationship. The first reason for this inverse relationship for the aggregate demand curve is called the real balance or real wealth effect. Now, the nominal value of wealth is constant along the aggregate demand curve. However, when the price level falls, say from PL sub 0 to PL sub 1, the real purchasing power of those cash balances in your checking account, your savings account, and other cash-like wealth increases, and therefore you're able to purchase more goods and services, or a movement from R sub 0 to R sub 1 in response to that lowering of the price level from PL sub 0 to PL sub 1. The second reason for this inverse relationship is the foreign purchases or international trade effect. When the price level falls, say, from PL sub 0 to PL sub 1, our goods and services will look cheaper to foreigners, and therefore they want to purchase more of them, an increase in aggregate demand from R sub 0 to R sub 1. The third reason for this inverse relationship is a bit more complicated. It's called the interest rate effect. Again, when the price level falls from PL sub 0 to PL sub 1, consumers don't need as much money to make ends meet to purchase what they want and need. Therefore, their demand for money decreases, and the interest rate as a result will fall. When the interest rate falls, the interest-sensitive spending on the part of consumers and businesses will increase, again, increasing from R sub 0 to R sub 1. If the price level rises, then the reverse of all that I've said is true as well. If the price level rises from PL sub 1 to PL sub 0, the amount of real gross domestic product demanded will decrease from R sub 1 to R sub 0. It's important to know what causes the aggregate demand curve to move along the aggregate demand curve in response to a change in the price level, because that's going to be very different from the next section when we talk about what causes the aggregate demand curve to shift, where it shows more demand at every price level. And we'll talk about that in the next section.